Guys, a video for you all to see. Gotta pay respects where it's due. Shouts out to Claimer, who's been working behind closed doors. Made a boxing game. And I must say, it's really impressive. He looks incredible. And I know a lot of people have been screaming for a new boxing game. And there's been a few in the works. And to me, this looks one of the best I've seen, you know. And I know, you know, there's boxing games out there that people always say that require licensed boxers. I'll be honest with you. If a game came out and it didn't have licensed boxers and it played very well, I wouldn't mind. That's just my opinion. If a game came out, for example, like I'm just gonna throw it in there, Undisputed, with licensed boxers and it didn't play so well. Look at that, guys. It is what it is. But let's keep supporting this, man. There's no way that you guys won't say that this doesn't look good. It looks incredible, but let's play this video.
298 days developing a boxing game to find out if one man can compete with a AAA monolith who many believe are suppressing the quality of combat games today. Can I lead a new movement, creating a game?
Put that in 4K.
For the people, by the people. This is Truthbound.
Truthbound. Believe in Claimer. I believe that this will be out pretty much soon.
Back. Today we discuss the key features of my new boxing game Truthbound. Just 10 months in, one man. We'll discuss feinting,
10 months,
parrying,
one man.
manual
Wow.
blocking, 10
Nice.
variations of the jab. Not to mention that this is all part of a boxing survival
It's like a
RPG.
story mode, isn't it?
Most of you know who I am, which means you know exactly why I'm making this game. So support the cause. Link in the description. But
Gotta
first,
support it,
let's
man.
address the elephant in the room. The undisputed community is on its last legs. What a big surprise. When you continue to buy and promote
Unfortunately.
mediocre games, companies will not fix something which they consider not broken. Many of you, sadly, are still holding on to false hopes. So first, we must understand why we keep getting misled.
I'm laughing
Truth
because,
number one, you
you
are
know,
a
it's the
pawn of a
truth,
corporate
innit?
system called the hook model.
Yeah,
Real
shouts
games
out to the
play
ones
likes
that
of
keep the
Tekken and
game
Street Fighter
alive
for the
still,
challenge of
including
learning
myself.
complex fighting systems.
There's a lot
Whereas
of
the
us,
everyman buys
but it's a
undisputed
really
to live
small
vicariously through
community.
their favorite fighter.
Should have been a lot more.
That is the community's biggest downfall. These games are nothing but digital stores, created for the sole purpose of selling you fighter DLC, and the cycle never ends. Unless, of course, we understand the traps we keep falling for. Trap number one, motion capture is a lie. This is an 18-year-old trailer, THQ's first UFC game. Motion capture was
What?
perfect
I didn't even
18
see
years
that.
ago, but a final game could not look like this because unedited
That's
motion
insane.
capture would result in a slow-paced, unresponsive game. Case in point, undisputed.
I've seen a lot of
footwork
games,
looks
though,
fantastic, but it takes
that
2
have, like,
seconds
motion
to change
captures and it looks
direction.
nothing like the
You often
gameplay.
feel like you're not in control of the fighter. UFC 5's movement looks janky, but it's a far more responsive game. Our community tend to celebrate illusions over authenticity, and this is a prime example. Ragdoll physics cannot be used in an online competitive game. Indie games using this feature are lying to you. AAA games do not use this for good reason. Physics are unpredictable, so even if both computers remain in sync, the results will always be different. Truthbound uses traditional proven methods, used in some of the greatest combat games ever made. Why don't companies use these methods now? Because it takes time, and time is money. Movement
So that
is
just
fully
shows
deterministic, kinematic,
industries are
and responsive.
lazy.
It takes less than a second to change direction, whilst still maintaining fluid movement. That includes circling out at a faster pace to reposition yourself, as well as dash, slide, and slip, fully driven by kinematics. With this foundation alone, you have full control over your distance
that's
management,
nice.
which is the most important aspect of any combat game, but it goes further than that. Let's talk about hand fighting. With responsive movement, that means that punches are relatively easy to evade. You can set your punches up with feints. Feints allow you to reposition
see the
yourself,
feints
take
as
your
well,
head
they're so
off the center
realistic.
line, but most importantly, disrupt the rhythm of your opponent. In Truthbound, when you feint and post, you are subtly moving your feet to either keep yourself at range or find angles. These features carry weight for 3 reasons. Manual blocking means there is not an invisible force field which blocks every punch at every angle until the block health bar runs out. If someone's
This is
using the
cool.
default block, I can still land the stiff jab up the middle. If your opponent is beating you with the jab, you can utilize the tight guard, but that leaves you open to hooks. However, truth be told, you'll rarely be using the block
This is
because
incredible.
it's so easy to step in and
I
out
must say,
of
this
range. Let's
is...
talk about non-tracking punches. In layman's terms, punches do not
This is
track
crazy,
you like
from
homing
one person
missiles.
as well.
Your opponent will rotate to face you, but it isn't instant. And that is why subtle footwork and shot placement count. You see, when you land a jab, you're not
I'm
just
loving
hitting
the
the head,
sounds
you're hitting
of the
frontal
punches.
lobe, the chin, your
I've
opponent's
always said
nose.
this, like,
Think of them as critical damage
it's what
zones,
draws
which,
me
just
to
like
a
in real
boxing game.
act as deterrents.
For example, a
If your
fighting game in
opponent
general.
decides to fight reckless. If you walk onto a well-timed punch, it could lead to a bloody nose, restricting your airflow, which would result in faster stamina loss and slower stamina recovery rate. Similar deterrents would apply to getting hit in the liver, the solar plexus. You get the drift. Now this
Guys,
doesn't
we must
force you to
support
fight
this,
patiently,
definitely.
but it does encourage you to
We must
fight
support this, man.
strategically, which leads me on to a
I think the
feature
end
that
goal
most
could
AAA
be
games avoid,
getting licensed
position-based
boxers in the game.
actions. Let's start with an advanced combination. Your opponent is getting the better of you with the step-in jab. You're able to duck under, but you're not close enough to throw meaningful shots. Alternatively, I attempt to shuffle left, but I'm still getting caught with the jab. And that is where position-based actions come into play. In this case, we duck under the jab, but with our head lowered, we transition to the
that's
shuffle.
nice.
Note that this time, when we shuffle, our positioning is lower. Not only do we avoid the jab, but the momentum generated by the shuffle increases the damage of the rear body hook. You also have basic defensive
And
scenarios.
I've been seeing a lot of
Leaning to the
people,
right, you should be
you
able
know,
to throw a jab while
already
still maintaining
saying,
that angle.
is
Now,
this
none of
game
this
going
means that
to
you can't be beaten by a
be-
novice.
it could turn
Just
out to
like
be the
in real
next undisputed.
boxing,
Guys,
the overhand set up
we
by the
gotta
jab
have some
always
faith,
has
man.
the potential to shut your
And I
lights
understand,
out.
like,
Not only that, you have the
Undisputed
option
has
to
left
overcommit throwing
such
swinging
a-
hooks, which can drain
black
your stamina,
hole
leave you open to counters
within
and if
people,
they
but
land,
we must
they can
move
pay
on from
off.
that.
That is just the beginning. Let
And
us
I
now
get
cover
why.
the system
I'm not
I've
gonna sit
enjoyed
here now
working on the most,
like I don't
heavily
get why.
inspired by the Warriors,
But,
Bully, and Def Jam Fight for New York.
must move
I have
on,
the
man.
blueprints in place to create a story-driven underground ecosystem.
That
The
is
concept
so
as it
sick.
stands. You're an office worker who finds himself in a compromising position, which the choice is a life behind bars or a new beginning, of which it is in your hands to make the most of it. You'll start from the very bottom, fighting for food and shelter. However, once you prove yourself to be of value, you'll gain opportunities to join and represent different
This is sick.
factions. From here, you'll be able to take on side jobs to earn money, which will enable you to buy better quality food, access to better training equipment, as well as sleeping facilities. Your choices will affect your attributes. Before
But you
you go
sit
into
there
a
and
fight,
think,
if you end
why
up with a
couldn't
broken
Undisputed
orbital
do
bone,
this?
that will carry with you into the next
Wow.
fight. Now, this functionality exists, but in the shape of blueprints.
It's just
Eventually,
creativity,
every
innit?
character in this
Kinda
small world will have their
self-explanatory,
own
though.
backstory. This is where you, tired of the state of combat games, can get involved. If you see the potential in this game, I kindly ask that you support the cause. Join my Ko-fi, link in the description, so I can continue to work on the game without any distractions. And for those who support throughout the journey, we'll have a spot open for them to be an NPC in the game. What do you have to lose? Truthbound has the potential to be an online community where you and your friends can create your own factions, build and craft better facilities. Maybe you don't want to be a boxer. You can take on a different role, a trainer, a chef, a manager. I have the capabilities to create all of this, but I don't have time. A big thank you to the content creators who reacted to my first trailer. Just remember that I'm making this game for the community that you're a part of. Don't be petty. Don't forget to join the community Discord, link in the description. Let me know in the comments how you feel about the state of combat
Incredible.
games. Maybe you're content with the likes of Undisputed and UFC. If so, let me know. Just